Hi and welcome to AI Sciences. So in this video, we will try to explore list comprehension. So before starting, let me just tell you that list comprehension is not a compulsion. Whatever you can do with list comprehension, you can do without list comprehension as well. But still, it is a good practice to use list comprehension, because list comprehension will actually squeeze your code and it will make your code much readable. So over here, what this chunk is doing, this chunk is actually this is a list, and there are fruits available inside this list: apple, banana, cherry, kiwi, and mango. Then we are having another new list. Then what this for loop is doing, this for loop is iterating on each element of this fruits list. So for the first iteration, we will get apple, then banana, then cherry, then kiwi, then mango. Then for the first iteration, let's say we are getting apple, then it is checking that if A in apple. So if A is in apple, which is, it will just append apple inside this list. Then it will check the same thing for banana. A is in banana as well. It will append banana in the new list. Then cherry. Cherry does not have A, so what it will do, it will just skip the cherry. Then the kiwi and then the mango, it will consider mango as well because mango has A in it. Then when we give it a go, we are getting all the fruit that contains A. So this is one way of doing this thing. The other way is using list comprehension. So here, this complete thing is equivalent to this single line. So as I said earlier, that it is not necessary for you that for a particular thing you must have to go for list comprehension, but still it's a nice practice to write your code in much neat and in clean manner. So notice the difference between this thing and this single line. So let's just dive deep into it. Over here, what this thing is doing, it is checking that for x in fruits. So it is just iterating on each fruit available inside this fruits list, which it is actually iterating on each element of this list. Then the flow will come here. Over here it is checking that if A in X. So what it is doing exactly the same thing over here, which it was doing over here, that it is checking that if the fruit contains A, which in this case for the first iteration, this X will be equal to apple, and if A in X is true, then this thing over here, this thing will actually be appended in this list. Notice, if I just close this, notice there is a list, and then we are having this list comprehension going on. What it is doing, iterating on each element of the list, then checking that if A is in that particular fruit, and if it is just appending this X, appending the current fruit inside this list. So if we give it a go, we are getting apple, banana, and mango. So what actually the way or the syntax of writing this is that you go for item in iterable. The iterable could be anything. It could be for right now we can assume that it's a list. Right now we can assume that it's simply a list. What it will do, it will simply iterate on each item of the list, on each element of the list. Then it is checking that if the particular condition is true. Over here we can check anything, and then if this particular condition is true, this thing will be considered, this item actually will be considered over here for the list, for the final list. So if we come here, what this thing is doing, this thing is iterating for X in fruits. This is simply iterating on each fruit, on each element inside this list, and then it is checking that if X is not equals to apple, right? So for the first iteration, we will be getting apple in the X, and this condition will be false. So this apple will not be considered here, right? So now if we just give it a go, we are getting banana, cherry, kiwi, and mango. Uh, One thing more, that if this condition over here is true, then this iterable, this element on which the current element of the list will be considered for the final output, will be considered for the final list. What we can other thing we can do, we can just simply manipulate its value as well. It's not a necessity that if we are getting apple from the list, then we must put the apple in the final list. We can do whatever we want. And here we can see that what we are doing over here, we are just simply iterating on the fruits. For each iteration we will be getting a fruit in X, and then we are just appending dot with it. With the instead of dot, you can say any other thing. App is good. So now if I give it a go, so for the first iteration, for X in fruits, the X will be equal to apple, and then as there is no condition right now, so everything will be considered as everything will be considered in the final list. So here we are getting apple is good, banana is good, cherry is good, kiwi is good, mango is good. And let's just make it dot, and we are getting uh, the exact fruit names, but we are just appending with it. You can use this notation if you want to just add anything with any particular element, or with all the elements of the list. You can use this list comprehension there as well. Just iterate on the element, and then at the position of consideration, you can manipulate the element. You can manipulate it with some with adding some number or appending a new list like we did over here. So next, what this thing is doing, it is just simply iterating on range of 10. So what we discussed range earlier, that range will provide you numbers from 0 to 9, and then we are iterating on it. For X in range, it will provide us, for first iteration it will provide us 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then it will go to 9. Over here we are just multiplying this with 10. So if we give it a go, we are getting 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. So we can, let's say we can add that, we can add 10 as well. It totally depends on you, that how you want to manipulate that. So new list will be equal to all the elements being iterated for this for loop plus 10. So now if we go down, again what we are doing, we are just using the range function for getting numbers from 0 to 9. And then over here we are saying for X in range, exactly the same thing, how the for loop works. It will provide us with each number for each iteration, and then we are checking that if X mod with 2 equals to 0, right? Which we are checking that if the particular number is even or not. And if this is even, if this condition is true, then this X will be considered for the final input, final output. And if this condition is false, then this X will not be considered for the final output. And here you can see that if we go for X, let me just show you something. If we just append that, and let me just copy this thing, and if we remove this over here and we give it a go, we are getting 0, 1, 2, 3. We are getting all the elements of the list. But if we just simply try to put a condition over here, now if we give it a go, so now only those elements are considered which are for which this particular condition is true. So perfect. Now one more thing, as I mentioned earlier, that you can do anything over here with the considered element, with the final expression. Instead of just appending some string with it, instead of adding some number, you can even apply functions to it. If I just go for x dot upper, so what x dot upper will do, if I have a string, let's say x equals to, if I have a string abc and then I go for x dot upper, so notice it just convert this string to caps. So what this will do, this for loop is actually iterating on each fruit of the element, again the same thing. And then as we don't have any condition over here, so every element will be considered in the final output. So over here we are just converting the x to the uppercase, right? It is not mandatory that you always go for appending a string, or you should always go for adding something, multiplying something. You can even apply functions to the final output. So here, if we give it a go again, we are getting apple caps, apple in caps case, banana, cherry, kiwi, mango, all in cap case. So over here, this is a quiz for you. You have to just provide the solution for this quiz, that if we run this statement, if we run this code, what is the output. This is quite easy, and the idea of this, you have the idea of this. It's nothing like that you are confused at any point, or this thing is ambiguous for you. You have the idea, just try to solve that, and hopefully you will get this through. And this the last thing, this is actually some sort of advanced thing for the list comprehensions, that if you want to add if and else both in the list comprehension, then how you can do that. So over here, instead of just going for x in fruits, and then instead of writing just some if condition here, let's say if x equals to apple, then if I want to put an else here as well, it will raise an exception, because this is not the proper way. So the proper way of writing if and else both using list comprehension is that you take if and else both to the backside. If you are just working with if, you are good to go just by putting the if statement here and then your condition. But if you want to put if and else both, then just keep it in mind that you have to take both if and else to at the start of this for loop. And then what it will do again, it will do for x in fruit, it is iterating on each element of the fruit, and then it is checking that if a in x, right? So if that particular element a is in x, then x will be considered as the final output, right? And if the a is not present inside the x, then not a will be considered as the final output. So what this thing is doing, it is a way of writing if in single lines. So this is the exact thing. If I just explain you this over here, that if I go for typing print 1, if 1 is less than 2, right? Now if I give it a go, and then I give it as else over here and put 0, so notice here it is mandatory to put if and else both. And what this statement is doing, this is just checking that if this particular condition is true, this thing will be considered for the final output, and if this condition is false, then this else will be considered for the final output. So this is the same thing which we are doing over here, that for x in fruits, we are iterating on each element of the fruit, on each element of the list, and then over here we are checking that if this condition is true, then this x will be considered in the final output, and if this condition is false, then this will be considered in the final output. So if we give it a go, we are getting the exactly the output which we expected, that apple, banana, cherry. For cherry we are getting not a, for kiwi we are getting not a, and for mango we are getting the mango. So this is pretty much it from list comprehension side, and if you have any confusion, let us know. And please do subscribe AI Sciences, and please hit the bell icon as well, so that you get the notification whenever we upload a new video.